my wrist gon' freeze.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the full. Let's now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Green.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now Golden State's starting five. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic, and it's Ennis in at the small forward. Now here's Curry over Augustine. Curry, good. Of course, the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit up in the air. Just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. Could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
Here's Ennis following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Ennis passes to Gordon. Here's Ennis. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Now here's Curry. Thompson in the corner. Back to Curry. The baseline J. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Well, you love to watch Stephen Curry work from all over the floor. That textbook release, whether it's from 3 or in this case, the mid-range.
Now here is Augustine. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago. For 3, Fournier. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. The Warriors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Wiggins finds Thompson. Curry against Vucevic. Curry passes to Green. Over Gordon. Here's Chris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Ennis taking his time here. 4 on the clock. The tray. Green with the block.
A valuable, dogged defender. Draymond Green doing his thing.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And in recent years, some call the Warriors the greatest fast-breaking team since the Showtime Lakers. Doris, do you concur?
Greg, the Showtime Lakers are my all-time favorite team. But I will say, because of the shooting, the ball handling, the passing, the capability on every possession for something spectacular, I would say that this team was as close as you can get to the Showtime Lakers.
The Magic making a switch here. Ross has checked in, and we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Steve Clifford gave me a few minutes before the game. One thing that stood out was the respect he has for Klay Thompson. Coach said he's a factor at both ends. He doesn't need the ball in his hands to score. We've got to accept that challenge. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Now here's Curry after the miss from Klay Thompson. Green kicks to Thompson. Good on the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
And this is what the really good defensive players do. They anticipate, and they're rarely fooled.
Now here's Wiggins. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Green breaking loose, and it's Thompson again missing.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Fournier dishes to Vucevic. Over Green. Will it go? And it's Vucevic missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. Fultz, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. And as talented as Andrew Wiggins is, there are games, Doris, when he can fade into the background and his team needs him the most.
Yes, and the questions become, is he passive? Is he disengaged on the offensive end? And that, I think, can be frustrating because people around the league will tell you that this young man is as talented and as skilled as any player in the league. It's really, for Andrew Wiggins, about finding a measure of consistency.
Another miss by Orlando.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
To the paint. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Now, here's Fultz. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago.
And let's not forget about the assist. This guy as a playmaker was a driving force for that offense.
Here is Ross. It's a 16-point game.
And this is where Terrence Ross turns himself into a weapon. Drawing these fouls, getting to the free throw line, he is such an excellent free throw shooter.
And both free throws good for Ross.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. Here's Pascal. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the...
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points.
That's all defense is. It is effort.
Well, and he should know, a former Defensive Player of the Year.
You know, he just takes pride in being their anchor defensively. And if he's not seeing that effort, he's going to let you know about it.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Setting the floor for the Warriors, we've got Looney, and it's Poole in at point guard. Pass to Pascal. And another basket for Golden State.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Bamba's shot is off. Warriors leading by 18. Wiggins with it, now guarded by Fultz. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Well, Andrew Wiggins is a talented prospect. On the offensive end, he is as scary as it gets.
The Magic making a switch here. Ennis is checked in. And it's Carter-Williams with the ball for Orlando. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. A floater. Bamba inside. Covered by Chris. Nice shot there by Bamba.
Well, excellent pursuit of the basketball by Mo Bamba. Love his effort there.
Here's Poole. Carter Williams covering. Passes it to Poole. To the wing on the left. Here's Chris. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start, 2 for 2.
To have his height and combine that with the fluid athleticism makes Chris a tough cover in the catch-and-shoot game.
And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against two of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic checked in for Kem Birch. Aaron Gordon comes in for James Ennis. Fournier is checked in for Markelle Fultz. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Carter Williams. 4-on-3 break. Augustine against Curry. Augustine looking around. From deep. It's rebounded by Golden State. Chris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Thompson misses off the left iron. The Magic trail by 20. And here's Fournier. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. He is 1 for 4.
I'll tell you, Fournier with a good instance of focus against good defense. Pretty play.
Curry against Augustine. And the Warriors miss again. The Magic have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Gordon, the pass to Fournier. Curry against Augustine. From deep three-point range, that one no good. Warriors leading by 18. Outside Curry. Over to the wing. There's the 3. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
My goodness, the pure shooting stroke of Steph Curry. It's the envy of every NBA player.
Bounce pass from Augustine. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Augustine against Thompson. Out to the right wing. Here's Bamba. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Boy, Thompson keeps his composure through the contact. If you're going to foul him, it better be done right because you don't want to give him this and one.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Bamba. And you see Clay back out on the court. Can't help but think of him going down with that torn ACL in the final.
And Clay showed exactly how tough a player he is. Stayed in to hit his free throws, asked to stay in the game, and became an instant legend even in that losing effort. How about the heart?
Now this guy's going to find his way to get the ball in the bucket. Contact or not, Terrence Ross can flat score the basketball.
And Curry, here we go. Drops in the layup for 2. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Fournier. Shot by Gordon, wide open. A second chance effort. Fournier's shot is off.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Boy, nice defensive play. Altered the shot, then stayed right there to clean up the glass.
Ross, that's good.
Well, what an excellent finish by Terrence Ross. The defense giving him a very hard time, but he was determined.
Curry against Augustine. Curry dishes to Thompson. From past the arc, and another 3 for Golden State.
Can we give Klay Thompson some credit here? There's a number of ways to score off the pick and roll, and he's got every one at his disposal.
And through the first half. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They are completely in control of the game. And that...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem, and it's Ennis in at the small forward. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. Here's Augustine, takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Augustine's got the first bucket of the third here for the Magic. Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure scorers, great shooters, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of names that we don't always hear about that really impress you.
Well, one young man who I think has got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already is Zach LaVine. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time winner of the Six-Man Award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
And as people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Magic. Pass to Augustine. Outside Gordon from deep, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Well, DJ Augustine has been around this league a long time. He does not miss open teammates.
Curry passes it to Chris. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Chris has got 6 points.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And the pass to Gordon. Jacks up a three. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. For the Magic, Kem Burge is checked in for Vucevic. Markelle Fultz comes in for Evan Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. Carter-Williams against Curry. Smile-a-geesh. It's deflected. Now here's Fultz. Defense right on him. There's Gordon. And it's Orlando with another.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Warriors leading by 19 points.
Well, the commitment to winning for the Golden State Warriors certainly begins at the top of the organization, right, guys? Ownership has made it very clear money will not be an issue in retaining their stars.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Fultz with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Green with the block. Wiggins left side, and Wiggins throws it down.
Well, no one rotates over. Andrew Wiggins makes them look silly at the rim.
And the Warriors ownership saying they want this organization to be more than a basketball team, Doris. What do you take that to mean?
I think it means, Kevin, probably the popularity of a great team can be leveraged, right? Via marketing, via media, technology, real estate. Those other revenue streams enable them to sustain this big payroll.
Offensive rebound. Warriors leading by 21. Here's Poole. Takes it off the glass. Poole's got his first bucket of the night.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Ross is checked in for Carter Williams. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Take a look at the Warriors. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away.
And, well, for the Warriors, they've been stuck in a rut the entire season. We talk about teams maximizing their potential. Well, the opposite's been the case with this group.
I think, Greg, for them, it's obviously been very disappointing. And I get the sense it's starting to weigh on them night in and night out.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Ennis. And Curry pulls it down. Warriors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Down low, Green. No good on that one. And it's the Magic taking it the other way.
You know, simply stated, Draymond Green is an elite defender, one of the best in the game. But what's incredible to me is that he's able to accomplish everything he does on that end of the floor while being undersized in almost every one of his matchups. Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Timeout called the Warriors. And I know a lot of fans will wonder why centers just don't shoot over Draymond Green. Well, Doris, as you know, it's not that simple.
You're right, Kevin. Draymond, it's his competitive spirit. It's his willingness to hold his ground on the block, and it is very difficult to score on him. Why? Well, great length, great anticipation. This guy is flat out competitive and wants to challenge anyone, anywhere.
The Magic trail by 21. There's 1:17 left in the third. Ross kicks to Ennis. Outside Gordon. Beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. Nice shot there by Bamba.
I'll tell you, the next step for Mo Bamba will be more muscle, but he finishes through contact right there.
Defended by Gordon. Back to Curry. Fires from deep. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for the Magic. Tries from 16, and it's Orlando with another.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
Now here's Curry, guarded by Fultz. Curry passes to Looney. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bamba's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Puts one up from 19. No good on that one. And so it's the Golden State Warriors closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
And to me, Jay, you love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Golden State here in the 4th. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. And there's Chris, and it's Pascal in at the power forward. Now here's Ross. Now Augustine for 3. Gordon. But they recover it. And it's denied.
Man, how quick does he get off the floor? Chris rises high and sends it back.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
Thompson from long range sinks the triple.
I don't think there's any such thing as too deep a shot for Klay Thompson. His range extends way beyond that stripe.
Augustine against Curry. Here's Ross. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And the basket by Pascal.
That's just a terrific pass from Klay Thompson. My goodness.
Pass to Ross. The Warriors pull it in. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. 16 points for Klay Thompson.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Vucevic. It's blocked. And it's the Warriors. On the break, here's Curry, and the layup's good off the glass.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Augustine. Passes it to Ross. Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a four-peat, 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a three-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals. This is it's challenging enough to go back. Forget about 4-peat.
And with that basket, he puts a stop to the 13-0 run there by Golden State.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
He'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track.
Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
Carter Williams feeling it out a bit. That one misses. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. And it's Lee penetrating. Smile-a-geesh. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Back to Carter Williams. teardrop layup falls off target. And it's the Warriors' ball. What a stretch they've got going here. 17-2.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn them.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Steph Curry.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Now here's Carter Williams. G right on him, and the shot goes in.
Well, you see the fluidity in the screen and roll game. Mo Bamba, decisive in his movements, is what allows him to convert.
Lee passes to Bowman. Back to Lee. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.